My name is Charles Odaga. I am the president of the Rotary Club of Kampala South. This year, in November, our club will be 30 years. It started off, that's 1992, something like that. But as with any organization, it took us a while to build momentum to deeply engage. But typical of any Rotary club, we always engage in projects. Now, to be able to do these projects, we need to source funds. Now, there are two avenues for sourcing funds. There's local, within the club members, they pay their dues or the subscriptions. And then we do lots of partnerships with local organizations to give us some bit of funding, some partnerships. It may not always be cash, but it could be in a sort of resources for us to execute those projects within the communities. Some of the factors that promote local resource mobilization is the glaring need that is evident to everybody. People do recognize that there are lots of areas that need support which government may not be able to handle. So people get together now. Why it is easy for people to, not exactly easy, but why people listen to us more is that we have stood out as a very accountable organization. So there is the trust, they are sure of transparency and accountability. And so it is easy for us to go to the communities, first of all, understand their needs. It's very key that when we want to work within the communities, we need to understand. Stories have been told of projects that were set up in areas which the community did not want, so they don't give you their support. Okay, so we do a needs assessment, work within the local communities, and those people will have linkages to maybe other organizations. That goes on the social point of view. Others, like on the economic side, as you said, organizations do have CSR budgets. So because of our network, we have Rotarians who are in these organizations, so they will know. We will know that maybe MTN is interested in basic education and literacy. I'm just using an example. And so you will write a project based, because these needs are always out there, just identifying communities, and you will speak to the CSR budget, and it is very easy for that organization then to partner with us to execute the project. One of the constraints is, I think it's an I don't care attitude. We have communities that have a sense of entitlement. There's a very bad notion that Rotarians are very rich people financially, yet it's not true, but we are very rich at heart. So when people think you have money, they don't want to give you any more money. So you really have to explain and do a lot of sweet talking. So we have many times chosen to start a project and rather stagger in the middle, and then people will then come and rally to us. But that is one of the biggest constraints. We have been thinking of how to grow local resource mobilization. At my Rotary Club, where we have formed a platform, or one of the techies has created a platform within which people can donate monies very easily, of course, using the mobile phones and what. So that has helped a lot for us. We normally do different sort of fundraising drives, but normally people would have, why should I transfer money to you and those costs? But now you just go on a link on a website, and you're able to send money to the club, and it goes direct to the account. That again also reduces the incidence of people actually handling that money. But also other opportunities that exist now are that because of as I said earlier, the general knowledge that the projects that we do have impacted on society. So if I told you about the local Rotary Cancer Run here that has already delivered a cancer ward at Nsambia Hospital, it's so easy for people to identify with that, because there is not a single home in this country that has not been affected by a patient of cancer. So the opportunities are vast. Of course, we're also trying to tap so much in the youth. We really want to elevate the youth, do projects that cater for the youth, because they're the bigger part of the population and they need support. But even in trying to give them the support, they are a source of funds for us. You know, the little bits and pieces that you get from all over put together can be quite impactful in raising monies. Giving back gives me so much pride because I know for a fact I don't have a lot in my mind, but I also know that I have a lot more than other people. That smile that you see off somebody's face when you have been to their community and the mothers walk away with a child and the child has been given medical attention for free, you know, the smile on the kid's face when they turn open a tap and they're seeing water flowing when they've previously been fetching water from some, you know, dugout well. Recently we launched a dialysis center in Mengo Hospital. That is like the second or third in the country. We gave them a 3-bed unit, but it has a capacity of 7 beds. But just looking at the face of the first patients that were dialyzed on the day that we launched, saying that they now didn't have to queue for hours on end and that they could come to an alternative place, it just lights you up and it just takes you out of business. You know, I think I need to actually work harder, give more, because when I give more, the community, you know, you make people's lives feel better. So if that doesn't make one happy, then I don't know what can make you happy.